Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about incremental principle, which is how profit maximization or utility maximization or various other aspects where consumers or producers want to improve their position use this principle of incremental change to realize what level of output or what level of consumption they should operate on. So the principle of incremental principle is used in theories of consumption, production, pricing, and distribution. It is used to maximize both profit or utility, profit for producers and utility for consumers. In businesses, the incremental principle is used to decide the level of production or use of inputs. When production increases, revenue from sales and costs from purchase of inputs also increase. But does this lead to total profit increasing or decreasing? That depends on which is more, right? Whether profit is more or cost is more. Sorry, revenue is more or cost is more. The principle is used to determine how much extra output should be produced to get maximum profits by a business. Here, marginal cost is the increase in cost from increasing output, and marginal revenue is the increase in revenue from increasing output. Next, incremental or marginal costs are costs of manufacturing one more unit, one extra unit from the increased use of variable inputs. Why are we saying only variable inputs? Incremental costs include cost of raw materials, power and fuel, wages and transport. So if you want to produce more, we need to use these resources. If we don't use them more, then we cannot produce more. That is inherent in the definition itself. But MC is dependent, marginal cost is dependent on quantity of production. How much extra are we producing? So if you produce more, then we have to use more of these raw materials. If you produce less, then we have to produce less of these, use less of these raw materials. But there are fixed costs which do not change with production and are not included in this marginal cost calculation. What are these fixed costs? Fixed costs include the rent on the business, the payment for advertising, etc., which we do not spend more if we produce little bit more. Incremental or marginal revenue is the revenue from manufacturing one extra unit of output. That is, the extra output produced, which is delta Q, multiplied by the price. How much we sell at what price, when we multiply, we get the marginal revenue. Extra revenue generated from the extra output we produced. Okay. Now, this incremental principle, let us just try to understand from an example. Suppose a firm gets an order for additional output that brings additional revenue of 3,000 rupees. And the cost of producing this order is divided into various aspects of inputs. One is cost of the raw material, which is 1,000 rupees. Cost of labor is 600 rupees. Cost of overheads is 800 rupees. Rent is 200, administration is 700. Now, overheads include many other things, including electricity, etc. Here, rent and administration costs are fixed costs. You do not need to pay more. The same number of clerks and other people in administration are involved for whether you produce 10 units or 20 units or 100 units. And the rent is again fixed because you're not buying one more building or renting one more building or renting more machinery. You're using the same machinery and the same building. Therefore, they need not be included in the marginal cost. That is the cost of additional production, because these are fixed costs. Therefore, the total marginal cost, that is the additional cost of production, is just 1,000 plus 600 plus 800, that is 2,400 rupees from labor, overheads and raw material. Therefore, with incremental production, the firm earned a profit of 3,000 minus 2,400 rupees, which is 600 rupees. Therefore, the firm should continue production because it is making profit. Why? Because the marginal revenue is greater than the marginal cost, where marginal revenue is 3,000 rupees and marginal cost is 2,400 rupees. As it increases the profit of the firm should continue production at this level. If the incremental production had instead caused a loss, that is, marginal revenue had been less than the marginal cost, the firm should have immediately stopped production and not increase the output. So, if profit is continuing to come, when should a firm stop production? A firm should stop production only when there is no more profit to be gained. That is when marginal revenue becomes equal to marginal cost. Now the next aspect is that time perspective. We have in production something called short run as well as long run, and this aspect is important to understand when we make decisions in output, prices, advertising and expansion of business. A decision should take into account both the long run as well as the short run effects on revenues, costs, and we have to maintain a balance between them both. Suppose we operate in the short run with profit, but in the long run we end up making a loss, then it is no use to produce, because in the long run we have lost our profits. Suppose we are making short run losses but profit in the long run, it may be that some firms continue to produce because in the long run they know they'll make a profit. But sometimes a firm to continue to function needs revenue, needs a minimum level of profit in the short run. For this, they have to look at what type of costs they are having. Are they having fixed costs? Are they having variable costs? And what costs will they be able to pay from their current profits or from their current revenue? So economists distinguish between the long run and short run in discussing the determination of price in a given market, because the competition is different, the costs are different, and all other aspects regarding production are different. But the major difference, which identifies also the difference between short run and long run, is can a firm change all of its inputs? If a firm can change only few of its inputs, it is termed to be in the short run. In a long run, a firm should be able to modify any of its inputs, including land, labor, capital, and organization. In the long run, a firm must cover its full cost. If it is not able to cover its full cost, it will not be able to function at all. In a short run, it can afford to ignore some of its costs, which are the fixed costs, because in the long run, it will end up paying them, but in the short run, it can delay the payment of these costs to a certain extent. Modern economists have also started making use of an intermediate run between these short run and long run, where some of the inputs can be modified, or many of the inputs can be modified, and there are only one or two inputs which cannot be modified. In this also the same principle will apply. When marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, the firm should continue to produce even if it is very little profit.